11 to 12 Central Standard Time. Let's just wait a few minutes for this stream to stabilize and we will be starting shortly. Oh, hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Oh, hold on. Gosh, that was supposed to be this camera. This camera. No, right there. Right there. No. That was supposed to be this camera right there. Yeah, that's what y'all were supposed to be watching. Okay. Oh, I forgot to hold on. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live, y'all.
Hold on. Dang it.
Every Saturday morning from
Well,
11
that just
to 12
was just
Central
dumb,
Standard
wasn't it? Hold
Time.
on,
Let's just wait
let me
few
take all
minutes
this
for
off.
the stream to stabilize, and we will be starting shortly.
Revealing my secrets before I was supposed to. Okay, there we go. Alright, so transition. Look at that. Let's get this off of here. Okay, what is up? Happy Saturday morning live 28. Hey, 28. Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well on this What'll hopefully be a fantabulous Labor Day weekend for everybody. I hope so. We have yard work we have to do. And I guess I'm going to do it tomorrow so that I don't have to do it on Labor Day. You're not supposed to labor on Labor Day, are you? I was messing around. Hold on. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a problem here with my camera. Might jump at some point during the video. Do not be concerned about that. If it happens, it is merely because it got a new case and my little doodad is not, it's slippy. It's slippy, so it might jump off, which would be pretty fascinating if that happens. But in the meantime, hey, how come my, oh, wait, we need to get that back and that back. All right. Okay, sorry. Hope everybody's doing well. I already said that. Is this guy coming in here? Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Okay, he's going next door. The people next door left their open sign flashing and left their open sign flashing, so everybody's getting mad out there because they're not actually open. Okay, so I'm going to go back over the comments, see who all is here. I already said hi to Rune and Night Owl and Mr. Hooligan, who may or may not be here because he's on a flight somewhere. Him and Mrs. Hool, of course. Tyler Thomas, welcome. I did not get to personally congratulate you on getting to be the thing for Aloha. Congratulations. I did congratulate you during one other, you weren't home, but that was either last week or Wednesday night. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations. Our new Southeast director, I think we talked about this before. He is here. Night Owl, no Aloha logo. No Aloha logo. Aloha logo. Say that 5 times fast. Chef Mill, what's up? Dark Arts Lockpicking. Hey, I was glad I was able to catch your live the other day. The only reason I was is because I was stuck at the house with Kim waiting for her to get ready. So yes, guys, Dark Arts is doing lives as well every so often. Make sure and subscribe to his channel. I'm really going to need some of that ukulele mix to put as a background here, you know, so I can jam out to that. Paul, good morning. Dark Arts and Tyler. Hey, Mr. 74, what is up? Pete, good morning. Kevin, good morning. Pete would be good afternoon. James Randolph, what's up? Andy Lawton got his Lock Force stickers. Lock Force, assemble. We're assembled. We're assembling. We've assembled. Dragon, hello. Dragon. Potato. Dragon, hello. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live. Torch, good morning. Yeah, Dark Arts. I did the intro just for you. Ryan Peterson, Funky Monkey, what's going on? Access Locks, hey, good morning. Somebody just, what are you doing? Are you backing up or are you just gonna take, okay then, you do what you think you need to do. Oh wait, I don't have it pointed that way anymore. It's supposed to be pointed the other way. Shoot. I was gonna show you what they were doing. I guess I should leave it. Out there for all these fascinating observations that I come up with. that I'm gonna have to say that probably was Frank. Y'all just missed him. He was in and out this morning. Yes, smash that like button. Thanks for the reminder, Mr. 74. Go ahead and minimize your screen. I have discovered myself while I was trying to smash like buttons for Dalp's live stream that it's kind of hard to do while you're on a live chat. Like, just a little bit awkward because you got to pull it down and then find a button. And, you know, but anyway, just take a moment to pause and go do that. I won't speak for a second because I got to catch up on comments. Embroidered logos for bags. Yes, we're working on even more stuff. Oh, Wes, good morning. I saw you, but I hadn't said hi to you. Good morning, Wes. Fred, somebody just said Fred. I didn't see Fred. Hey, good morning, Fred. And Jared, good morning. Hey, tomorrow's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jared. Happy birthday. Dan Weigel. There we go. Potato. I want to say Weigel. I'm going to guess Weigel. Football. I'm not really into football. I never have been into football. I mean, I get it. I don't necessarily agree with the money they spend on it. It's ridiculous amounts of money that go through football, but I get it, I guess. Oh, it's just crazy. Mr. Cocolitos, hey from France, hey from the U.S. You were in Dark Arts feed, weren't you? I think I saw you in Dark Arts feed the other day. Yeah, I'm actually going to bust out with an old school, I think I said hi to everybody. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry, but good morning to y'all. I think one of these lives I'm going to bust out. Me and my chair here. One of these lives I'm going to bust out with a old school from the phone straight up. Because fortunately, thanks to a lot of you guys who spread word and all that, I was able to get 1,000 way back when it was like... really important, and then YouTube came along several months later and changed it so you can't live stream from your phone unless you have 1,000. Luckily, I was already at that point, but I wanted to be able to add stuff to our broadcast, which is what I'm going to do right now. First thing on everybody's mind is Hurricane. What's its name? Cocorina? I don't even know the dang thing's name. Let's talk about that stupid thing though. There's a hurricane barreling towards Florida right now. Actually, it's kind of barreling towards Tyler's general direction. Is actually one of our closest lock force members in the eye of the hurricane. So Tyler, make sure and go outside and put all the fans you have pointing east. If you can convince all your neighbors to do the same, and then all their neighbors to do the same, it may very well save your lives. But yes, barreling down on the Florida coast. Everybody in Mississippi is just breathing a sigh of relief about this, but I feel bad for all you guys over there. So this is kind of an older model, and what is it? What's the name? Dorian. I thought it was C. I guess we're already on D. Anyway, this is an old track because this is showing a 2 a.m. Tuesday land time on the Florida coast. That's an old picture. Wait, and it says Saturday, August 31st. Okay, I've seen varying degrees of this. Here's a spaghetti track, aptly named Spaghetti track, because it's a bunch of little spaghetti doodads where a bunch of people who think that they're geniuses in weather patterns decide what what way it's gonna go. So yeah, it looks like the coast of Georgia, upper Florida, not panhandle, but the upper east side of Florida there is going to get hit pretty hard, no matter what. Everything from South Carolina all the way up to North Carolina. That's not good. We hate hurricanes, y'all. Hurricanes suck. All you guys over there in France and Wales and all this other stuff, y'all don't ever get. I was reading an article on that, why y'all don't get hurricanes. It's because of I guess the heat flow or whatever. Y'all very rarely, overseas they very rarely get hurricanes. And so yes, good for y'all. I'm sure you have other natural disasters that you have to worry about. That is a glowing lock thing on the left. Yes, Fred, that is. Compliments of Mr. Hooligan. It's supposed to be flashing. It is flashing. And that's one thing we're going to go over if you have not seen my video on... Wait. Okay. I've learned my lesson on this, y'all. And I've got directions. Hey, thanks again, Mr. Hooligan. We have directions. Mr. T will nuke it back to the ocean. I missed the whole thing that started that whole meme, but... Oh, Gulf Stream. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, that's the Gulf Stream thing. Hey, David from Pennsylvania, welcome. I have not seen you in live. Coriolis effect. And Night Owl busting out with the random weird knowledge that he has. To see which spaghetti string they get. Yeah. It really helped with the remote. Since we're talking about that, if you have not seen our video that I put out when I got that in, where'd I put the remote picture? Sensor, double door. No. Did I not load it? I didn't load it. Well, I'll be dang. Hold on, let's click over here. Let me click over here and we will take a look at this to see what all it will do, because it's actually a pretty neat little toy. Yep, there it is. That. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about this at the beginning of the feed. You have to, and I'll click this back so you can see what I'm talking about. So, like when I load a picture, it's like really, really huge like this. So I have to move it and then find it again because I just lost it. So somebody said I should make a OBS for Locksmith. How to OBS for Locksmith. I still hadn't quite figured it out, but so we transition there. I'm in studio mode, so I can do stuff without having to do this on screen, like just move it back and forth. But so yeah, I've got it in my hand. I don't know why I'm looking at the picture. So we can do flashing. We can do whatever that button is. Pretty neat little device. Thanks again, Mr. Hooligan. Make sure and check out that video. Color cycle, flash color cycle. And it's a pretty sophisticated remote. It was kind of humorous because in the video we were having trouble with the remote, and I think it's because I was like pointing it over here and it's over there. So anyway, yes, awesome. This is like the bat signal for locksmiths is what a general consensus is there. I'm going to quickly go through this. If you follow me on Twitter at FonderandLock, I have probably mentioned most of not all of this stuff. However, I'm just kind of sucking on dragging up content. I really didn't have a whole lot. We don't have any locks that we lost this we don't have any locks that we lost this week. We do, but we're not going to do a video on it because it's only a handful. So we had some locks survive this week. That actually should be its own segment. So the locks that survived this week. Remember that, Jason. Hey, Tin Man, what's up? Good morning. Next on the list was a picture that popped up in my Facebook feed. It was kind of funny, so I figured I'd reshare it. I probably shared it on Twitter a long time ago. Here's some double door security for you. Oh, I got incoming. What you doing, dude? Coming in here? Oh, I may have a customer. Double door security. Hey, good job. I guess oh, he's taking clothes. They're not there. It's Labor Day weekend. You can put all your clothes back in your car. Or not. Like that. I mean, I guess it worked, right? It worked to keep the doors closed for sure. Yes, crap load of graphite. Did I load that picture? Oh my goodness. That actually had a video. But what I was talking about in Dark Arts feed, you got to have a monster computer. I don't have I just have a cheap laptop. Actually, like a little bitty step above cheap. Like not the cheapest, but a little bitty step above it. I think an i7 processor, quad core. I mean, in today's terms, it's like in last year's terms, it's really good. Today's terms, it's not so good. So. Like right now, I'm looking at my CPU. It's at 37.9%, which my handy-dandy OBS program tells me if I crunk up a video right now, the CPU blasts up to like 80%, which is actually just in the system. So, without having to invest in a super gaming type system to be able to do this, we can't really run video. So I've learned my lesson on the video thing. In local news, our neighbor got their window broken out last night. Oh, and we had a power outage last night too. Once again, I had a thread on Twitter about that, but the power came back on. Would you click on the picture? Thank you. Yeah, it's hard to see, so let me make it big real quick. There we go. And they actually put up a piece of glass inside, so let's make it even bigger. Yes. Now, that is not good that some you-know-what is walking around throwing bricks through windows, because my windows cost about $1,500 each. And I've got 2 of them. So, hopefully this is a isolated incident. But, yeah. If our window got broken, the guy who owns the property actually covers it. So that's one good thing, is we don't have to pay for broken windows. We do get to pay for AC and things like that. Let us see. So I don't even want to bring this up, y'all. You know, it just pisses me off so much, but one of the eventful things that we had going on last week was this. And this puppy we found a week and a half ago. Got it a home. It had shown up out of nowhere. Come to find out that it was the puppy of these 2 guys. And we fed them for a week. Until yesterday morning, when we saw the owner come back to the house just to wait for Rankin Animal Control, the city animal control, to come out and pick them up. And unfortunately, they get taken to a kill shelter. And I don't even want to think about that because it makes me so sad. But unfortunately, we have too many dogs and not enough responsible humans in Mississippi and many other parts of the South. Anybody in the southern hemisphere will tell you that the dog population, the stray dog population, is horrible. Anyway, it is because people like this abandon their dogs. They moved out of the house, moved to a nicer house in a nicer neighborhood, not even that far away, yet couldn't come back to feed or water their dogs. We found them probably 4 days later when they got loose and were running around the neighborhood and tracked them back. Ended up feeding them for a week, called the sheriff, and kept feeding them because they said they were going to get them. We tried through our local no-kill rescues, who we're friends with, but everybody here is full. Everybody here is maxed out. When you're taking 2 full-size dogs home, who likely have heartworms in the South, especially so because there was a pool in the backyard that was breeding mosquitoes, and who likely is pregnant again because they were just using them for breeding purposes. We couldn't find anybody to get the dogs in the week that we took care of them, which is mainly just feeding them morning and night. So, I hate people, y'all. I really hate people. Makes you really irritated. Yeah, I've seen broom handles. Oh, hey, Jesse, what's up? He got his Lock 4 stickers. Yay! We are gonna go... Okay, where are we? Anyway, off that sad topic. Hopefully somebody will see them and get them. I don't know. And one of the last things that we had on Twitter was this back set. Oh, quit. Just take it. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if y'all ever either drill a hole off like that, I mean, hopefully all you guys would be able to figure this out, but it's so funny how many times I run into this. So that's obviously a 2 3/8. In America, we have 2 3/8, 2 3/4 back set, which equates to what in millimeters? Night Owl would probably be the most likely person that would know that off the top of his head. But anyway, 2 3/8 is residential, which would be that bottom one right there, and then 2 3/4, somebody drilled it up there, and instead of Adjusting the latch, we have the wonderful job of chiseling out it deeper. That's exactly how you do that. Exactly how you fix that problem. Y'all, if you want to learn from a pro, you go find the guy that put this one in over here, and that's who you should be taking advice from. I can guarantee you that's a Reddit locksmith right there. And yeah, we pull it out and we see it's set to 2 3/8. You know, you just twist. That's all you got to do. Is just twist. Just do the twist. One funny thing on the access control front is this sensor. Those of you who mess with this kind of stuff will get a giggle out of that, because it's that's how I came upon it, and it's been that way for 8 years. It looks like it's connected up there, but no, it's not connected. It is just balanced by the wire. It's just like the wire's taut. I was going to say tight, but I said taut. The wire was taut, and basically it was just sitting there. That's an electric door opener. You hit the handicap button and it opens the door. Hadn't worked in 8 years. Oh, what the heck just happened? Okay. Oh. Anyway, that was my findings. There's your problem right there. I'll get this down one day. There's your problem right there. Somebody had terminated the connectors. So on the outside, you got a card reader. You zip and it opens, right? And you also have a handicap button. So technically, you're supposed to card read, which operated at electric strike. Let it go on a mortise lock, electric strike. Hit the button, I guess, and it opens, right? Something like that. Hold on, mail. Hey, good.
You didn't want to get next door neighbor mail, did you?
No, not really.
Okay. All right, then.
You can...
Have a good holiday now.
Okay, you too.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody, we've talked about this before, but used to be a gun shop here a long time ago. Or it was a locksmith shop, but they sold guns. Anyway, yeah, there's a problem right there. The handicap button was not connected to the electric strike. So when you hit the handicap button, the electric strike didn't let go, and because it was a mortise lock, it would try and it wouldn't open it. So I had to, I wasn't there to fix it. I was there to assess the damage, or assess what was wrong with it. So I had to write out a report saying, yo, the only problem, and I think it was those wires. I don't know. I may have to go back. I might have to go back and deal with it one day, if they can get their security to do it. Mark's Locks, we talked about this on Twitter. Now, over in the U.S., we don't really, and I know all you guys over in the U.K. and overseas who deal with profile locks a lot, profile cylinders, are like, oh, you can snap that. So that's not really a thing at all in the U.S. I would be shocked if I came upon a true snapping incident where you snap it off and reach in there and pop it open. I could bet money I will never see that incident, regardless of how far the thing sticks out. This is a very common thing. We've got a door company here that puts these doors on. They tell the customers that it's a high security lock. It's an AR1 key. But the real fun thing is, and I've talked about this in a couple of videos where I was getting into them, is they're screw caps. So all you have to do is, guess what? Unscrew the first. You can definitely unscrew the first cap. Sometimes you can do the second, but most of the time you have to go inside and unscrew the trim. But you can definitely make it a 4-pin lock very easily, because you have gravity that lets it just drop right out. But the funny thing is they tell their clients that it's a high security key and nobody but them can make it, and blah, 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 and it's ours is the best ever, and nobody can do that. And I'm just shaking my head like, whatever, dude. Whatever. Hey, Bill Bacardi, what's up? Hey, Ian jumped in. And Night Owl, thank you for the metric conversion measurements. Oh yes, the van has survived its thing. It was in the mechanic all week getting a overhaul on its water cooling system. There's stray dogs in Russia that ride the city and then come back home at night. Yeah, I mean I've seen those videos and the articles and stuff like on the Dodo, the dog website. That's funny. That would be a trip. 60 millimeter and 70 millimeter. What's wrong with B connectors? I love B connectors. I'm about to use a bunch of B connectors. Back off my B connectors. My B connectors with goo in them. Oh, congrats on your daughter's 21st birthday. Going back to the hurricane thing that we were talking about earlier. For those of you who weren't here. Yes, my oldest just ventured off to the beach. Destin. We'll pull this back up. For those of you who do not know where that is, but we'll pull that back up. And we were just like, you're going to do what? I mean, I know you. So Destin is right. If you see the very top 2 a.m. and you draw a line down from about the number 2 is where Destin is. So it's all the way on the other side of the state. But we were like, there's going to be evacuees coming over. You're going to have trouble getting gas, etc., etc. It's a 5.5 hour trip from here, so it's not very far from us by driving. And it took her 8.5 hours to get there, and that's going towards it. Like, have you ever seen the movie? If you haven't seen Independence Day, you should see Independence Day. But you remember when they're driving on the interstate and everybody's fleeing? That's kind of what I imagined her drive to be, but apparently it took her quite a while to get down there. So hopefully she doesn't get caught up in hurricane traffic coming back. It's just goofy. It's goofy kids. Kids are goofy. Rasser harass mentioning the Lock Force light. Yes. Ian got his. Yeah, some of the overseas guys are starting to get their Lock Force stickers. I know Pete did. Ian just said he did. Unopened cases. Unopened case. Are they the blue ones, Night Owl, or are they the white ones? Are they the blue ones with the goo in them? If anybody doesn't know what he's talking about, it's a little connector is used for like 22 and 20 gauge wire, and you slip them and crimp them, or crimp them, and it joins the wires together. Used in situations like that. White ones. I got several bags of the blue ones, but I have to buy mine. I don't get lucky enough to use them and find them in cases. So we have one other thing. We're going to move over to the workbench today, and I'm actually, because I don't have a long enough thing for the mic, I'm actually going to switch to the off sub camera, and I'm going to use the audio from the sub camera so that we have I don't have to fight with the microphone for that. Let me stand up here because somebody obviously just pulled in. Okay, you're smart. Thank you. Somebody's going to do that when I got one MFing place out there, and I'm going to protect it. Seeing as how I'm the only one open today. No, all you people, they always just pull in and nope. It's every day a fight. And then I think the book. Yeah, the one last thing before we move over. I had an issue with the Land Rover this week, and come to find out, this is why. This is the Auto Smart book from like 2005. And while most information that's being put out in printed materials hopefully is fact checked. Yeah, this is 2004 Auto Smart. Yeah, this caused a lot to come back because he brought the door handle in, and I couldn't figure it out when it was here because I only had the door handle. But I had noticed that the spacing was like off. So, long story short, it's actually the first two are missing out of the door, not the last two. But then look at that, it's like 9 and 10 are double-sided. And then you go in the code series, and you've got 10 spaces, but actually 2 of them are double space, which are actually 7 and 8. And then 9 and 10, then they're like, oh yeah, the 11th tumbler. And you're just sitting here like... Shut up, book. What the hell's wrong with you? There's too many conflicting stories right here. I'm gonna move this camera real quick. We gotta go over to the workbench so we can key up some locks, yo. Okay, I do have to do this real quick, so let's bounce to, nope, it's not time. Nope, not that either. You stupid. Oh, come on, what the heck's wrong with you? Subcam, there we are. Yeah, we're gonna go over there. Those of you who isn't, D Sloop always flames me for my Wessie Mook bench. For my Wessie Mook bench. Gotta make sure I don't have any secret blackberry cobbler recipes over there or anything. Okay, goodbye main cam. We're gonna move over to this, but I do want to switch the audio to that. So we may get a little bit different audio here, and I'm gonna actually check the comments to make sure it's okay. So we're gonna mute this and unmute this one. Okay, how's that going, y'all? Do we have good audio? Good enough audio for rekeying some locks? Because I don't ever actually do real freaking locksmith work here. So we're actually, since they're out on the counter, I'm going to key up these real quick, just so that I can say that I messed with some locks, right? Hopefully y'all can hear me. I got to get my comment section up. Let me get the comments up. We have some stuff that is probably going to go in giveaways. I'm not going to do this one on camera, but I'll show it to you. Ooh, this was a lock somebody lost at some point. That was in a good condition. Really nice condition, Corbin. I don't know if it's got our balls in there. No, this one doesn't have balls, so at some point this one was rekeyed. But nice patina on that guy. Not doing that one. We're just going to do a few slags here real quick. Let me get the comments up to make sure y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Comments up. Keying a lock. I've already got them shimmed. Yep. All we got to do is rekey them. Just to say that I did some keys. Sounds good. Thank you. All right. Pure Colombian dime bags. Yep. Mount Brassmore is gone. I did pull down Mount Brassmore. Ha ha. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Yeah, Mount Brassmore and my big pile of brass over there. So these are going to go in my truck because these are just cheapy cores that I use for. Oh, look how wonderful that is, y'all! Let's take a look at this beautiful core. I may be changing my mind on actually using these. That's pretty sweet, huh? Gosh, golly, man, American or Chinese craftsmanship is amazing. I don't know whose these are, like what brand it is, but it's just so beautiful, so beautiful.
Ugh. And the wonderful Yale. You know, I'm going to use Yale pre-cuts for this because why not? I have them. I have hundreds of them. Well, that's 272342. So we can use whatever, really, because this is probably just going to be a temporary thing. And we could probably use it a few depths down because it is so wallowed out. But I'm just going to go all silver because my kit needs some help, y'all. My kit needs some help. It's getting kind of empty there. That keyed up right. One thing you'll find about using these Yale, if you do, and especially in the Yale locks themselves, Yale being not the same Yale that we're all used to, not this Yale. Oh, that kind of Yale, which actually I never did a video on this kind of Yale. I have done videos, but there's another cylinder. Oh, that's a Sergeant cylinder. This one actually froze up. We'll take a quick look at that if I remember. Because I probably won't ever upload that video because it was supposed to be a... Where'd it go? There's a core up here somewhere. And actually from the factory, and this is kind of surprising coming out of what's supposed to be the old school style, but the core itself was not drilled in 2 chambers. And I ended up not being able to use... I don't know where it went. It's up here somewhere. Yes, the core wasn't drilled all the way through, so the pins would not work like they were supposed to. Let's look at this one. Same thing, same brand, probably. A little bit of chamfer there. Ugh, gross. Gross. Mount Brassmore will be missed. Alright, Delp. Good one. Talk to you later. Yeah, Room mentioned it helps the hardware store keys. That's the main reason they're countersinking all these nowadays, y'all, is because of the silly hardware store. I'm actually going to key it to the same key and just split them off. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. 272. Y'all let me know what y'all are doing for your Labor Day plans, if anything. You're just going to work or you're going to relax. Ah, threw it right back out. I think it was this one. Was it this one? Are you going to pick a lock? I bet you're going to pick a lock. Hopefully I'm not going to pick any locks this weekend. But if anybody wants to come mow my yard and cut down bushes and crap, by all means, contact me. These silly, you know, I could probably take this off, but one thing I hate about these is the slippy, like the retainer pin, instead of it being more of a square, like not square, like not a literal square, but like it's got a roundy part. When you're sitting there trying to push it down, your thing keeps slipping off of it. And for those of you wondering why I'm not using a doodad like this, because it doesn't work. So yeah, too many different variations of this to use a doodad. I will say that when you're doing this, when you're pushing down the pin, never look directly at it because these pins can shoot out with a pretty good bit of force and hit you in the head or hit you somewhere you don't want it to hit you. As I was digging through cylinders for the giveaway for Pete and Mrs. Hool, I discovered several other cylinders that needed to go back in my truck. I spent a lot of time cleaning this area down here, and it doesn't look like it, but I did. Like I reorganized all of that so stuff is where it's supposed to be in the in those buckets. And as I was doing this, where was I? I was over here. As I was doing that, I found, like I said, some cores. This one especially, this is a Rustling core. Yeah, that's going on. I know exactly where that's going. It is spoken for. Are we done yet? Longest retaining cap screw-on ever. There we go. Uh-oh, got a customer here. Oh, wrong one. She's going to the shoe shop who's closed. What junk? These may get given away. I don't think I want to take a chance of selling these. Yeah, so it looks tight. It looks almost tight right there. Just off enough to not come out. So when I do tighten it down, oh, it actually screwed down a lot more. So always check your key, y'all. It's a good point. Always check your key when you're doing that after you tighten it down several times. I usually do it like 2 or 3 times. First in, feeling it. I'm just feeling that first in. It's like, here we go. Oh, okay. So that gives me the indication as I'm putting it in that there's no, like, it's not hard to go in. So that's your first check. Second check is the first initial turn. Pull it out. There's your first check on the cap tightness. Put it back in. Again, kind of feeling it out and checking it. So usually 3 times is kind of my natural how I do that. And then we got a couple of old Schlage. I still hadn't cut my notch. In here for this. Well, let me get caught up on comments. And we'll knock these out real quick. Let me grab some keys. Keys. Got some Schlage. Yep, that'll work. And that'll work. Now, likely, these are going to end up in a giveaway one day. Not today, but one day. Not today. Again, one day, but not today. And these are just brass mortise. They don't say Schlage on them, but they actually are Schlage. Come down here. There was a time when Schlage put out some mortise cylinders. They didn't say Schlage like that. That's an old, y'all will notice that old school logo right there. But they did. Some of them had Schlage written around the side or made in the USA. But they actually did a whole run of what one would assume would be original, but there's no markings, so that's pretty unusual. But those are actually Schlage. Hey, Darcy got his stickers. Yay, everybody's getting their Lock Force stickers. You still doing, Night Owl's still doing his key wall. Key walls are excitingly, amazingly take, what the hell am I trying to say? Take an amazingly long amount of time to do. Trust me, I know about that. And we are going to be redoing our key wall. It's one of those things where I have no desire to. I think it's a Keymark IC. The Keymark IC that I sent Rune, did I send you that? It is not broken. I guarantee you that because I checked it with the key. I did have a key for that. It is not broken. It works. They were all taken off of a building, I think. Yes, they were. I know exactly which building I took them off of. Oh, the phone. Oh, where'd I put the phone? Somebody call me. SE lock and key. For what? You've lost all your existing keys? Okay, we wouldn't have anybody available until Tuesday afternoon for it. Runs about 175. Thanks. It's always Don's. It's always Don's fault when the phone rings, no matter what. I haven't seen Don's lately, but of course, like Daup mentioned, it is 3 o'clock in the morning over there, so it's not surprising that we don't see Don very often anymore, because I wouldn't stay awake. Shit, hold on, I'm looking for something here. Where'd it go? Where is it? Okay, here we go. Just for Rune. Look familiar? Wait, was I supposed to show that? I don't care. So, yeah. Anyway, I've got a couple left. I just didn't send the key because I only have one key. All right, where were we? We got to do this. Here's my homemade stainless steel plug follower. Look at that. Yeah, it's beautiful. 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 All right, now remember what we just looked at, y'all? Remember that? Let's go back to a 19... Ding, 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 ding. Let's go back to... At least I have a cordless phone now, right? SE lock and key. Good. I don't have anybody available until Wednesday for that. Thanks. I'm deflecting people. Now remember what we just saw with new cores? Let's check this one out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's how a lock's supposed to be. That's how a lock's supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 73574. 7, 3, 5. Oh, I missed my 3. 7 and 4. How did that get in the wrong spot? I'm working my way down to my... I obviously read that wrong because it's not 7, it's 4. 4-7, not 7-4. I'm working my way down the workbench, but as soon as I get this cleared off, and as soon as we get live done today, I've got 6 cylinders I have to rekey, master key different, and just beautiful. This is actually from when they used nickel silver pins as well in it. I actually hate throwing those out. Hate it a lot. Wait, we just keyed this up to that. There we go. And we'll key this one up to this. This is a 96942. And I've got to rekey, master key, 3 different doors, basically, like bedrooms. So as soon as we get down to the live, that's what I'll be doing, which is why I'm kind of getting a few of these things out of the way so that I'll have a little bit more room. The rest of it, I'll just kind of do what I do all the time and shove it out of the way. But again, I have no real need for these older cylinders. The only thing I ever do with these is what I'll do is I'll come through and do runs of finish changing. And when I say finish changing is It's already pretty rough, you see. So I take this as an advantage, and when I have to replace, say, cylinders on doors that look like this, I can start with this. If this was on a door and they wanted a Schlage, wanted it to match their Schlage, we can get this cleaned up, do a vapor ammonia bath, and you'll come out looking kind of like that. In fact, I have... no, in fact, I don't have. I look down here. I thought I had. Did I have? No, I don't have. I don't have one handy, but I have a batch of them that I've actually done that too. And when I come upon a need to switch it out with Schlage, it won't mismatch because you've got trim that is matching color. And when I'm switching those out, they're basically getting a aged brand new lock. Ugh. This is the crappiest little driver. I've ground it down too many times. Does not make a good flathead screwdriver. And where's our fourth? There it is. So this should satisfy my necessary lock fixing stuff, right? Good, yes. Jason. Hey, Jason. He did a lock thing. I did a lock thing, and these will probably just get thrown over here. These will go. I don't want to use these on the truck. I don't know. What do y'all think? Yay or nay? Would you use them or not? Would you use them knowing what you know? I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of chance when we order crap, or people order crap. We don't necessarily purposefully order crap, but you know, when manufacturers do this crap, and we talked about this during the last Schlage thing, you know, this is an original Schlage deadbolt core, and now they're chamfered out. So the moral question: what would y'all do? What WWLD? What would LockForce do? Would you sell these installed? Obviously not just sell these, but would you sell these installed and say a grade 2 knob? Yes or no? Post it in the comments right now. We're going to get moved over to, for no other reason, just to see what y'all would do. And if we look, this looks just like this. However, this is a LSDA or a GMS core. If we pulled this one apart and looked on the inside, it would look totally different. Same thing with this Sargent RN keyway. It is not nearly as bad chamfered. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clear out just a little bit of this. We're going to shift back over to the computer so that we can wrap this up. And I may be actually doing really, really, really good on timing today, y'all. Y'all should be proud of me for being both on time, mostly, and mostly out of here on time. And all these other keys I need to also kind of sort and straighten up. Put some key blanks back where they belong. There's a blank there, there's a blank there. All unnecessary things that are just filling up the workbench that cause people like D-Sloop to freak out when they watch my videos. Oh my god, it's a horrible workbench, which it is, but you know, I don't know what's in there. We're not going to look. We're not going to look to see what's in there. All right, let's get moved over here while I answer the phone. Who are you and what do you want? SE lock and key. You just need an extra key, or you've lost all your existing keys? The key's broken in two. Do you have both pieces? Okay, and it's an 08 Chevy Impala. It's going to run you probably about 65, and we're open till 4. What you'll do is we'll give you a metal-headed key and a rubber-headed key, or the chip key, because it's got a chip in there, and give you the directions on how to program it yourself. So you will have to take it back to the car and go through a sequence to be able to
Yes, ma'am. There's a sequence that you have to go through to make the key work, the new key work. And we'll give you the directions on how to do that, so it's not too hard to do. Not without the car, and if you've broken your key, you can't drive the car. We can. It would run you about 185 compared to the 65. We're in Fondren, across from Walker's Drive-In. 3003 North State Street. Thanks. Suddenly, people change their mind when they realize the price difference. Okay, so I'm going to jump back on comments because it's kind of hard to do comments over there while I'm doing stuff. So I'm going to scan back over. We actually did. That Corbin is beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, yeah, I needed to see what y'all said. Alrighty, it's always Don. There we go. That's about when we did it. And Ras left. No license. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, okay. Those Marks Mortis cylinders are a pain in the butt. Just people lose. You would be amazed. We have people call up here. Yeah, I just bought my 2019 Lamborghini and lost the key. I'm like, you don't deserve a freaking car. If you're going to buy a car and within 3 days lose the key, it's like, wow. Yeah, for the stickers, all y'all, you have to go to the website. You have to go to the website. You can't just send me. I mean, you could send me the address, but we're trying to filter it through the website. We'll do this real quick, just for those of you who need to know this important information. And let me pull it up. Let's pull up the right thing over here. Main web, yes, and there. So our website, FonderLocksmith.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom like I'm doing it right now. Bypass all these. These are for customers. There is a YouTube subscribe button right there. One day we're going to get around to doing newsletters. So each one of these address form things does a different thing. So bypass all this. But one day we're going to do newsletters and hopefully, I don't know. But go all the way to the bottom where it says Lock Force. Click on Find Out More. There are downloads for these files if you'd like to use them for whatever, as long as you treat them sweetly. And then at the very bottom of that page, type your name or your YouTube name, your email address, which it requires, and the message with your address in the message. And if you put your real name in the name slot, then write your YouTube name in the message slot. Click send, it'll go to us and be filed in the correct category for Lock Force stickers, because we get a lot of emails. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would do it that way to get your Lock Force stickers. And where was I in comments? Anyway, we had to go through that. Jason, can you at one point show that I see part locks out of the housing? I can send you pictures. I'll go back over these comments, Rune, and I'll send you pictures of that. I think. Oh, thank you, Wes. You did all that. There you go. Wes answered too on that. So, okay. Lee's asking about decoding and getting his. I mean, you know, I didn't see some of your other comments, but you said you're not actually a locksmith. Yeah, I would not go there if I were you. There's no legal issue with duplicating keys. You're probably getting answered. Yeah, I see Night Owl's answering. Okay, so I'm far behind, but yeah. Yes, we're getting some good lock force advice there. There we go. It's not worth it. In other words, it's not really worth it to do all that. Getting the business up and running. That's, I mean, it depends on your state. It depends on the licensing, if you have licensing and all that. But I was not speaking of that. I'm merely referring to the fact that if you're working with somebody, like in the same environment, it can open you up to issues down the road, no matter whether it says D&D or not. We all know I've got 3 stamps over there that say D&D, so that guy told me not to carry. Yeah, smash that like button. Hey, Billy Bob, hello. You were right here at the end, so you made it right in time. Anyway, Lee, yeah, you know, if you work for that company, it can open you up to all sorts of kind of problems if things come up missing. You don't want to get involved with that, which is why locksmiths have to pay a crap load of money for insurance a lot of the times. But it's up to you, of course, entirely. I would just be very cautious with that. Anyway, normally I would say we are going to turn off the bat signal because we are at the end of Saturday Morning Live 28. However, for my own personal pleasure and Kim's personal pleasure, we actually run the bat signal throughout the day now. And we're running on batteries, so we'll see how long it runs on batteries. Shouldn't draw much power. So we're on day, what was that, 4, I think, of running it all day. And where's our remote? Let's go back to number 2. Which one's y'all? Oh, I forgot to see. Did y'all say you would sell that cylinder or not? Who said they would? I forgot to go back. Did anybody answer that? Nobody wants to answer that because everybody be like, yeah, we're going to sell that freaking cylinder. Nobody did answer that. I guess I'll just stick it in a lock, I guess, and sell it. I hate to. Maybe I'll put a thread and a spool pin. I don't even think spool pins would be effective with that kind of countersinking. So, thanks for not answering that question because y'all know you would sell that stupid cylinder too. Hit that mute button. Hit that mute button in time. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and bow out now because it is time for me to rekey and master key a bunch of cylinders because that guy's going to... I got one yes from... Okay, somebody said yes. Ian said yes. Yes, we're going to sell them. In the meantime, I got to go cut some Schlage keys so that I can rekey and master key these locks. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend if you celebrate. Labor Day is a worldwide... Somebody said Monday. Is it overseas? France? Rune? You guys do Labor Day? Is that a U.S. thing? Or is that a worldwide thing? Bill said he wouldn't. Bill said he wouldn't sell the cylinder. But they come in brand new locks. I mean, those were probably locks. What do you do? What do you do when you get 30? You know, a customer brings you in 30 Yale locks, and you open every one up, and they're like that. How can you not? I just rekey them and let it go. I would put in the let it go right now, but I've seen so many of them. You see more and more, and it's just like, those are just as crappy as some of the big batches of stuff that they get in. So, and you just got to sell them. It's not like you can really explain it. You can tell the customer that it's a crappy cylinder, but it just makes you look like that locksmith. They carry it back to the contractor and they say, yeah, the locksmith was like, that's a crappy cylinder. Those are crappy. They are. We know it. We can tell the customer they're crappy cylinders, but if their key works, the key works to them. So I don't know. I'm just gonna sell them. Put it in a cylinder. Yeah, I mean, file it some more. Yeah. They're gonna just flatten off the top of the whole thing. Go ahead and resell them. Yeah, that's true. Labor Day is a U.S. thing. I thought so. May 1st. Oh, okay. As always, Night Owl busting out. Okay, so all you U.S. folks, y'all have a great Labor Day. All you overseas guys, we're going to have a good Labor Day without you guys. Sorry. But hopefully y'all have Monday off. We're going to be closed. I got a sign in the window. Of course, the phone may ring and we may have some nonsense to deal with, but hopefully not. And hopefully I get my yard done Sunday morning and can lay back and goof off on the computer all weekend watching some of you guys' videos that I've been backed up on. And I'll do my own videos. I actually got a trifecta unboxing that's loaded, ready to go. I'll probably pop it out here in just a minute after the live, after I do these master key, rekey. But in the meantime, I'm actually going to do this just for dramatic effect, but just understand, I keep it running for my own use. So y'all have a great weekend, regardless of whether or not you actually have a Labor Day weekend. And make sure, if you have not gotten your Lock4 stickers, jump online to the website, put your name and address in. That way Kim will have something to do Tuesday when she gets in. So, Lock4. Hey, don't worry. I'm really going to turn that back on as soon as we click off. But, Lock4, disassemble. Y'all have a great weekend. Catch you next video. Probably it will be the unboxing video. So for those of you into unboxing videos, it's a trifecta. It's 3. Simply because my phone is bogged down. My 256 phone is up to like 215. So I've been desperately trying to get footage off my phone because I record and I record and I record and I never get anything to do with it. So y'all have a great one. Catch you next video. Lock4. I don't have my big logo up here, but yes. See y'all next time. That's really going to screw me up when I go to put the end screen in. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy. Happy weekend.